It's actually a big year for Ford this year. We're celebrating a couple of big anniversaries. Ford's been around in Europe. Actually, our first sales company was opened in 1908, would you believe? So it goes back a long, long time. And the first manufacturing facility was 1911 in the UK, in an industrial area just outside of Manchester. So Ford is actually celebrating its centenary in the UK this year, and we're celebrating 80 years in Cologne, where we're talking to today. So some things that are common everywhere across Europe, whether you're talking to a union or works council in any country, there's some concerns that are generic and universal: pay, conditions, working conditions, job security, those sorts of things. But of course the variety beyond that is huge in the way that we do our business. I mean, the goal is always the same, to try and find mutually positive outcomes, to have good business relationships with our unions, but the structures across Europe are incredibly diverse. And competitiveness in an industry like the auto industry is always on the table. I mean, we operate in a very exciting, very challenging industry, but it's a very, very competitive industry. It always has been. It's probably never been more competitive than it is today, especially in Europe. So I think working with the union partners, working with everybody within the company to try and get the business to be as competitive as it can is obviously always number one on the agenda, because that's what secures the future for everybody. But it's an interesting situation for HR at the moment, because while we're all concerned about the external economic situation, which is having an influence on everything we do and the decisions that we make about the future, clearly Europe's going through a very difficult time at the moment economically. But at the same time, the car industry is an increasingly global business. Ford is nowadays a very integrated global company, and we're a growing company, and we're planning for more growth in the future. So close to home, we've got significant growth in countries like Turkey and Russia, and beyond that, obviously the other BRIC countries, in India, China, Brazil, significant growth, and a lot of that growth provides opportunity for the European business. I mean, the UK and Germany are still by far our biggest markets. It's where we employ most of our people, and at the moment the pattern of our footprint within Europe is changing. We're remaining very strong and a very significant presence in the UK, Germany, the rest of Western Europe. But one of the key themes at the moment is expanding, in addition to that, manufacturing facilities in Romania, and we're just about in a few weeks' time to launch a joint venture in Russia, where we'll be going into a 50-50 joint venture with a Russian company. So that's one of the HR projects that's keeping me and the rest of the team very busy at the moment.